Welcome to Music Legends and the stories behind them. Today we will be giving you an insight into a legend of the American soul scene, a man that grabbed the attention of more women than anyone else, Teddy Pendergrass. Before he was the undisputed king of soul, Teddy Pendergrass was a child of the North Philadelphia streets, where the rhythm of the city lived in every brick. His journey began not on a grand stage, but in the humble glow of a storefront church. A young boy with a voice that reached for the heavens. By his teenage years, Teddy's obsession with rhythm had moved from the pews to the percussion. He found his first home behind a drum kit. He wasn't just playing, he was learning the architecture of soul. Every beat he struck was a step closer to his destiny, even if he didn't know it yet. In the late 60s, Teddy joined the Cadillacs as their drummer. He was the engine in the back, driving the show with relentless precision and raw energy. But a voice like his couldn't be kept behind a drum kit forever. Fate was waiting in the wings in the form of a man named Harold Melvin. Melvin saw something in the drummer, a presence that commanded the room. He invited Teddy to join his group, the Blue Notes, as their new heartbeat. The turning point came during a routine rehearsal. The group needed a lead, and Teddy stepped out from behind the drums and toward the microphone. When he opened his mouth, the room went silent. His baritone was a force of nature, gritty, powerful, and deeply emotional. A star was truly born. Under the banner of Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, they signed with Gamble and Huff's Philadelphia International Records, the architects of the Philly soul sound. Success was instantaneous. In 1972, they released If You Don't Know Me By Now. Teddy's soulful plea resonated across the airwaves and into every home. They were the kings of the stage, performing in matching silk suits and sharp choreography. But it was Teddy's raw magnetism that the crowds craved. Teddy Pendergrass wasn't just a singer. He was becoming a symbol of romance and strength. His voice defined an era of R&B excellence. As the hits piled up, the dynamic of the group began to shift. The spotlight was narrowing, focusing more and more on the man at the front. Behind the scenes, tension simmered. Harold Melvin had founded the group, but Teddy had become its undeniable identity. Two leaders, one stage. The friction was growing. Whispers in the dressing rooms and disagreements over billing hinted that this partnership couldn't hold forever. By 1975, Teddy Pendergrass was at a crossroads. He had the voice, he had the fame, and he had a vision that went beyond being a member of a group. The rise was complete. He had conquered the charts with the Blue Notes, but the true legend of Teddy Pendergrass was only just beginning. As the curtain falls on this chapter, a new one waits to be written. A path paved in silk soul and a solo career that would change music history. Next, we witness the birth of a solo superstar and the era of the women-only concerts. This is Teddy Pendergrass. 1976. Teddy Pendergrass steps away from Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, ready to claim his own destiny on the streets of Philadelphia. His debut solo effort wasn't just a record. It was a bold statement that the Teddy Bear had arrived as a standalone force. Inside the legendary Sigma Sound Studios, he poured raw emotion into the microphone, blending gritty power with smooth, seductive soul. The world responded instantly. Teddy didn't just climb the music charts, he completely owned them, redefining the sound of the late 70s. Across the nation, historic theaters flashed his name in bright neon. Sold Out became the standard for every Teddy Pendergrass performance. On stage, he was a force of nature. Dressed in white silk, he commanded the room with unparalleled charisma and vocal strength. Under the golden glow of the spotlights, his voice resonated with a depth that defined a new era of romantic rhythm and blues. The reaction from the audience was electric. Women didn't just listen. They felt every note, every word, and every glance he offered. They showered him with teddy bears, reaching out to touch the man who had become the ultimate sex symbol of soul music. To handle the growing frenzy, Teddy pioneered the For Women Only midnight concerts, an intimate and groundbreaking experience for his fans. Just Teddy, a wooden stool, and a room full of adoring women. It was a level of connection never before seen in entertainment, But the magnetism was backed by massive commercial success. The hits kept coming, one after another, defining the soundtrack of an era. He became the first black male artist to record 5 consecutive multi-platinum albums, a historic milestone that shattered industry records. From Life is a Song Worth Singing to TP, his discography was a fortress of gold and platinum, cementing his legendary status. This was the absolute peak of black excellence. Teddy lived the life he sang about, embodying luxury, grace, and ultimate success. Magazines like Ebony and Jet chronicled his rise, documenting his status as a global icon and a cultural trendsetter for a generation. His style, his signature beard, and his powerful voice influenced millions, setting the bar for every soul singer that would follow him. By 1981, Teddy Pendergrass was at the absolute summit of his career. The entire music world was at his feet. But on a fateful night in Philadelphia, the music would suddenly and tragically change its tempo forever. Driving through the winding roads of East Falls, the vibrant lights of the city began to fade into the deep shadows of night. The night was quiet, a stark contrast to the roaring crowds of the theaters he had just commanded with such power. In an instant, the trajectory of a legend was forever altered, leaving the music world in a state of stunned silence. The superstar era concluded in a heartbeat, setting the stage for his most difficult and inspiring performance yet. Stay tuned for Part 3, The Accident and the Comeback, where the spirit of Teddy Pendergrass proves truly unbreakable. By 1982, Teddy Pendergrass was at the absolute zenith of his career, a global icon of soul music whose voice defined an entire generation of romance. But on the rainy night of March 18, 1982, in the Lincoln Drive section of Philadelphia, everything changed in a terrifying split-second collision. His silver Rolls-Royce careened off the road, striking a guardrail and 2 trees. The impact was devastating, leaving the world-famous singer pinned inside the wreckage. When the news broke, the industry stood still. Teddy had suffered a broken neck and a crushed spinal cord. At just 31, he was paralyzed. The months that followed were a descent into darkness. Confined to a hospital bed, Teddy struggled with deep depression, even contemplating if life was worth continuing. Adding to the pain were the tabloid rumors regarding his passenger that night, Tenica Watson. The media circus threatened to overshadow his immense musical legacy, but the spirit that had propelled him from a Philadelphia choir to superstardom was not yet broken. He began a grueling journey of physical therapy. He had to learn everything again, how to breathe using his diaphragm, how to project his voice without the full support of his lower body. In 1984, the world got its first glimpse of the new Teddy. He teamed up with a young emerging talent named Whitney Houston for the hit Hold Me. Their collaboration was more than just a song. It was a signal to the world that Teddy's voice was as soulful and powerful as ever. The true turning point came on July 13, 1985, during the historic Live Aid concert at JFK Stadium in his beloved hometown of Philadelphia. As Teddy was wheeled onto the stage in front of nearly 100,000 people, the roar of the crowd was deafening. It was a hero's welcome. Through tears and cheers, he performed Reach Out and Touch. That moment solidified his status not just as a singer, but as a symbol of resilience. Throughout the late 80s and 90s, Teddy continued to record gold albums, proving that his talent transcended physical limitations and touched the hearts of millions. But Teddy's impact went far beyond the recording studio. In 1998, he founded the Teddy Pendergrass Alliance, a foundation dedicated to helping others with spinal cord injuries. He became a tireless advocate, using his fame to raise awareness and provide resources for those facing the same challenges he had conquered. In 2007, he celebrated his legacy with Teddy 25, a celebration of life, hope, and possibilities, marking 25 years since the accident that changed his world. Even as his health began to decline in the late 2000s, his spirit remained unbreakable. He faced his battle with colon cancer with the same quiet dignity. On January 13, 2010, the music world lost a giant. Teddy Pendergrass passed away at the age of 59, leaving behind a void that could never be filled. His story is not just one of tragedy, but of the ultimate triumph of the human will over adversity. He showed us how to find light in the dark. Today, his music continues to inspire, and his foundation continues to change lives. Teddy Pendergrass taught us that no matter the obstacle, the soul remains free. Rest in power, Teddy. Your unbreakable spirit lives on in every note you sang. Thank you for the music and the courage. Thanks for joining us in the bar tonight. We hope you enjoyed these stories behind the legends. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay tuned for our next episode. See you next time.